Hi everybody, it's David from Doctors of Running, and today we have a juicy matchup. We have a head-to-head battle in the red corner coming in at 8.9 ounces, 38 millimeters of stack in the heel, 30 millimeters of stack in the forefoot. Coming in with the Flight Foam Blast Plus midsole, we have the ASICS Novablast 3.0. Coming in on the blue corner, we come in at 9.7 ounces, 37 millimeters of stack in the heel, 27 millimeters of stack in the forefoot. For a 10 millimeter drop package with Power Run Plus midsole, we have the Saucony Triumph 20. So both of these are in the maximalist trainer category, and they both provide unique offerings to the category itself. So with the ASICS Novablast 3, some of the things I noticed right away. The foam itself is a little bit firmer than I remember in the Novablast 2. It still maintains a lot of poppy bounce through that forefoot. When we take a look at the upper, it's definitely a little bit thinner, doesn't have as much stretch to it. It reminds me a lot of the Skechers Razor 3 upper, where it's a little bit synthetic feeling. It's still pretty comfortable. It dials in pretty well. The tongue is a little bit stretchy, and it does lock down pretty well throughout. Everything's pretty normal on the width. It might have a slightly narrow toe box, but everything about the Novablast 3 feels a little bit more performance-esque. It is about a full ounce lighter, and I think it reflects in the ride as well. You do have that beveled heel, slight toe spring. There's no plate, but there's plenty of rigidity up front, so you do get a lot of popping off. When we take a look at the Triumph 20, we have that 10 millimeter drop. The Power Run Plus midsole is a nice balance where it feels softer on foot. To me, it does feel a little bit softer than the Blast Plus foam, but it doesn't quite have as much rebound through the forefoot. So it has a little bit more of a balanced ride to it. The drop ratio is a little bit higher as well. This feels a little bit more daily training-esque and a little less performance-esque. Now the upper does lock down pretty well. Now the Triumph line has always been more in the premium trainer category, so it's a little bit more plush all around. However, it does have a little bit more of a streamlined feel to it through the midfoot. There are these little pieces here that go along the lacing system that pull that material in a little bit more through the midfoot, so you just feel a little bit more locked down. We take a look at the outsole design. There's definitely a little bit more rubber here. Good traction throughout, feels great for long mileage runs and time on feet. So it definitely feels a little bit more training-esque. However, it doesn't sacrifice some of that bounciness. So both of these shoes have a nice little bit of bounce. They both have a good amount of give to them. Both very high up off of the ground and provide you plenty of cushion. And so it's really going to depend on what the use for the runner is. For me, the Novablast 3, if I'm going to have a little bit of up-tempo work on the day, like let's say it's a steady state long run, where I'm not quite going fast tempo paces, but I'm a little bit faster than I normally would be, just kind of a long aerobic effort, I might go more for the Novablast 3.0, whereas with the Triumph, it's more time on feet, taking things easy. If I have to pick it up a little bit over the very end of that run, that's totally fine, but I don't think I would choose it for one of those threshold and or long tempo / slightly faster than what you normally be running type of days. So those are some thoughts and comparisons on the ASICS Novablast 3.0 as well as the Saucony Triumph 20.